walking along Main Street here in Mount Hope, while some of the buildings. Now, I'm not going to try to make it in time to see that train. If I knew the train's coming, I would have waited like 5-10 minutes longer to go. Well, I would have waited a little longer to go to Mount Nearmore. I could have watched the train go by. Now, this building called Harris Discovery Center, they put a lot of money into it. I'm going to point this out. No, if you hear a rumor about this building for sale for $200,000, I think it's just, as far as I know, it's just a rumor. This called Harris Discovery Center, it's going to be a museum one day. Between the coronavirus and the people not having the best funding, that's held it up a lot. I can hear a train going by. But eventually it'll be a history museum if they ever get it done. Waiting on the toot the horn, and that's time to see which direction they're headed. I can't tell from here. But that building, the reason I pointed out, it was in a really bad shape when it first got. Half the roof was caved in, and the brick wall and the whole back part was actually gone. Well, the whole second level was gone. The bricks are pretty much gone. Well, they weren't gone, they were still there. Okay, what I'm trying to say is they were falling off the building, sorry. I got a little tongue tangled there. Or, there's a department store. Lynn and her sister and brother-in-law's might have put a new roof on there soon. It's getting to the point where it needs a new roof. It's not that bad a shape though. It's leaking in a few spots and sagging in a few spots, but it's not to the point where it can't be saved. I know all the money built in that Carl Hedges Center, which is in a lot worse shape than one of the buildings I'm trying to get. But the Laundromat building, the reason I didn't get the Laundromat building is I got pre-approved the loan. That's why paperwork goes through to get the money to start renovating. Then Giuseppe shuts down completely, so I try to work out a deal with the owner, but then I end up not having hardly any work at all. So I told recently I hadn't really tried to get it. Then I thought, let's see if the other would let me do a rent to own here once Glasscutting starts up in my new job, but he don't want to do rent to own. He wants $18,000 for a building that needs a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work. Now Giuseppe's, well, Peggy Sue's and the building next to Peggy Sue's, the little tiny building, cannot be saved. The roof's pretty much gone on both of those. Peggy Sue's, the back half of the roof is still there, but it's so full of holes it looks like a West Virginia State Road at the end of a long, cold winter. The front half of the roof is already caved in. Movie theater is in horrible shape. All three of these buildings cannot be saved. The dentist office is the one little tiny building surrounded by big tall buildings that that one sticks out because it's such a small building surrounded by such tall buildings. Yeah, I think the train's gone now. I wasn't expecting the train yet. No, maybe they're not gone. But there's Giuseppe stuff for sale. I don't think that's a lot of decent amount of electrical and plumbing. Now that building I was talking about getting for the back taxes, the owner actually reclaimed that he redeemed it and paid the taxes. That's the thing about these tax sales, these taxes, you can get these places, but the others can reclaim them. Well, technically, he managed to pay his taxes at the last minute, just weeks before it went up for the auction. If it would have a few weeks longer, it would have went to the auction. I think less than a month before the auction, he reclaimed it. Of course, after the auction, he still had to wait 16 months. So if I would have got to get the auction, I still had to wait 16 months. Of course, he offered to sell it to me for $150,000 after he got it. Oh, come on. Hello. Okay, I wasn't expecting anybody to come out of the bank just now. Nope. The one building I really want to film, I can't film. Well, I'm going to film anyways. Right there is the one I'm thinking about getting. That train's still going by. That's the Mount Hope floor building. If I can work out a deal with the other, I'm going to get it. It does need a brand new roof, but it's actually not. It's 1 story, 2 storefronts. It don't need a huge amount of work. I'm surprised. There we go. Inside here. According to one of our friends, there's a decent amount of black mold in there, but I'm going to get a tour inside and get a better look. See how bad it really is. It can be saved because I've seen buildings a lot worse than this saved. For example, it's the reason I was talking about got that one building at the very beginning of the video, the Cole Harris Museum. How the big sunken roof's gone. They had to replace 2 of the steel girders in there. Rafters had to be replaced. They had to get 2 brand new ones. The rest had to be structured. Whole entire back half of the wall, brick wall, and that whole entire back 30, 40 feet or more had to be redone. Wow, now that is a long, long, long train. I literally heard the horn blow at Main Street just seconds before I hit the record button down at the Cole Heritage Center, and it's still going by. Now that's a long train. And there comes the last car train. I'm actually surprised to see this. I figured by the time I got here the train would already have cleared the crossing, but that must be a long train. They literally to the Main Street seconds, 2 or 3 seconds before I hit the record button. All the way back to the Cole Heritage Center. I walked all this way, taking my time pointing out buildings. Didn't get most of the train in the video this time, but I filmed so many train videos in this spot anyways. And I think they just stopped.